Salutations, my dearest friends. My name is Samantha, and today we're going to be talking about some books that I thought I was going to absolutely love, and I kind of hated. Let's just get into it. Hello, how are you? Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So this is kind of a part 2 video. I recently posted a video where I talked about books that I thought I was gonna hate, thought I wasn't gonna like, and then I ended up loving. The video was fun because I am the type of person who loves to just like gush about books and talk about books that I love. One has me feeling a little itchy, a little anxious. I hate like trashing books, especially if I know it's like someone's favorite, because I understand that like everyone's reading preference is different, and just because I didn't vibe with a book doesn't mean like inherently it's a bad book. Me saying like I don't like this book, I'm not saying like the author is trash or the book is trash. I just didn't vibe. It's vibes only here. My hair is like driving me crazy. And the Clark Kent is that curl. What? Why? Why? Just go over there. Thank you. Anyways, let me stop yapping. This video is inspired by McKay and Tori. I saw both of them do this video and the other one that I filmed, and I thought it was such a fun prompt, such a fun video idea. So here we are. Greetings and salutations, editing Sam here. I pre-film a lot of my videos, and I filmed these videos back to back where I talked about the books that I thought I would love but hated and the books that I thought I would hate but love, and I completely just goofed, okay? And I forgot to tag the original creators of this tag. I've seen a lot of people doing these videos, but I know that Crystal and Nikki originally did a collab together where they kind of came up with this idea. So I wanted to credit their videos because they're amazing. Content on BookTube always amazes me. I'm continuously inspired by all of the content that my friends make. Yeah, go check out Crystal's, Nikki's, McKay's, and Tori's videos. I'll leave them all down below, but yeah, I just wanted to hop in and kind of shout out some of my favorite booktubers and give them all their flowers. We're gonna be talking about books that I thought I would love and I was just disappointed in. You know, that's always the worst, right? When you're hyping up a book in your mind and it just disappoints you. All right, the first book, I am ashamed, like deeply ashamed to admit that I don't vibe with this series. I feel like I'm the only one too, and that is the Ice Planet Barbarian series by Ruby Dixon. Those big blue aliens, okay, something about it I just can't get into. I love monster romances. Like, I'm fine with an alien. I'm fine with some like interesting packages down there. I'm fine with like a mating bond. Just don't vibe with this series, okay? This entire series follows the Ice Planet Barbarians that some humans land on, and biologically their body cannot sustain living on that island. They basically have to get this thing called the Kui. Is that what it's called? I don't know what it's called, okay? This thing, like a parasite kind of, that like goes into their bodies, and they have to mate with these barbarians. A fated mates trope and bonding. This whole universe that Ruby Dixon has created. I use a lot of hand gestures. I didn't explain shit. You guys probably already know what this series is about. I like monster romances, and I've even been getting into fantasy romances, but something about the world to me just like, it's not clicking, Steven, okay? I don't find anything romantic about a parasite like living in someone's body. Like, they have to pick a mate to live. Like, that doesn't sound very romantic to me. That sounds a little non-consensual. I don't know. Like, I'm being so fucking dramatic. The first book, I was like, okay, not really feeling the hype, but I was kind of getting introduced into the world. I gave it 3 stars. And then the second book, I just DNF'd. Like, I could not. I remember the heroine in that second book was insufferable. That's why I DNF'd it. And also, again, I couldn't find the blue aliens attractive in my head. I wasn't envisioning the sexy blue aliens that everyone else sees, and that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. I truly don't think that it's Ruby Dixon's writing though, because I read some of her other books. One of my favorites is The King's Spinster Bride. That's an age gap romance with an older heroine, younger hero, virgin heroine, virgin hero. I literally love this book so much. I gave it 5 stars. It's one of my favorites. It's me. I really think this one is me. Okay, I've explained this one way too much. We're moving on. Next up are some contemporary books that I just didn't really vibe with. I started reading romance again and started creating my channel. I really got into Christina Lauren books like The Unhoneymooners, Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Datings, my favorite Half Night Stand, Love in Words. Like, these are all very classic contemporary romances that a lot of people love, and I love them as well. Like, Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating is still to this day one of my favorite friends lovers romances. I really like their Beautiful Bastard series, so there became a point where I was like, I love everything Christina Lauren. They're my favorite author ever. And then I felt like a shift kind of happened with her writing style, which is totally fine because trends in books change as well. And I felt like they were just leaning more into women's fiction. So there were some of their newer releases that I just wasn't a fan of. Some of them were like In a Holidays, which is their holiday romance, Twice in a Blue Moon, which is their second chance romance, and then The Honey Don't List, which is kind of an opposites attract romance. I just feel like all three of those books really read to me at like women's fiction. More focused on like the characters' inner dialogue and their journey, less on the romance. Christina Lauren used to write like very steamy scenes in like their Beautiful Bastard series. A massive shift in writing style, which again is not bad. Personally, I don't like romances that lean more women's fiction, and I do like my romances with a little bit more steam. So the fade to black scenes were just, you know, they weren't hidden. They weren't hidden. I don't like trashy books. I don't like saying I don't like books, but yeah, I just didn't like those. Another one that's really popular that I didn't really love is Fix Her Up by Tessa Bailey. Brother's best friend romance. Our hero was this really famous baseball player and he's injured and he's back home. I did not vibe with this one. The hero to me was such a jerk. Like, he was not kind to our heroine at all. The heroine also read like very childish too. Grown, but like her family and her siblings still made a lot of decisions for her. Other Tessa Bailey ones that I've liked more, like even the second book in this series I liked more. That's a second chance romance. The first book, I honestly felt like the hero was just trash and she deserved so much better. Like, I feel like they were literally not compatible at all. I don't know. A lot of people really liked this book because of the dirty talking, and that's about it. That's just my opinion. I feel like this is the point where I realized that I was not a contemporary romance person. Like, I need just a little something extra. I need a little bit of spice. That's why I like reverse harem. That's why I like poly romances. That's why I like omega verses and very like dramatic telenovela historical romances. Just like a romance with two people sometimes in a contemporary setting where there's not anything like extra and spicy. I don't know, sometimes I get bored, and I was just bored with those books. Speaking of books that I was just bored by and I know are really popular but I could not get into and I ended up DNFing, I'm just gonna like breeze by these next three because I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I feel like books are popular for a reason. Like, I will never say a book is overhyped because it's hyped up for a reason. People are liking it. And like, you're not the cool kid to dislike books that are popular. I feel like a lot of people like to trash popular books, and that's definitely not what I'm trying to do. Everyone's in love with their reading. But these next two books, I don't know. I DNF'd. I wasn't into. I was just a little bored. And that is The Love Hypothesis and The Spanish Love Deception. Again, contemporary romances. There wasn't really anything spicy to them. So let's talk about some historicals that I thought I was gonna love. And I did not. I did not. All right, let's talk about it, guys. So let's talk about Miss Judith McNaught. Okay, it is a running thing on my channel that I'm just constantly trashing Judith McNaught. Okay, so I read Kingdom of Dreams by Judith McNaught, and I thought that book was great. This is a enemies to lovers medieval romance. So freaking good. Our heroine is a nun. She ends up getting sent to a nunnery by her family, and her family and the hero's family are enemies at war, and he kind of ends up kidnapping her to like use her as leverage, but they end up falling for each other, and it's just so well written and so wonderful. One of the best historical romances that I've read. So then I was like, oh, let me read more Judith McNaught. She's very popular. I really loved this book. I literally hated every single book I read by her, other than Kingdom of Dreams. Please, please do not tell me I read the wrong one, because bestie, I've read like 7 of her other books. Literally read like half of her backlist at this point because people gaslight me, okay? They tell me I read the wrong ones and I need to try this one, I need to try that one. I've tried so many of them. Her writing is trash. Okay, I've read Once and Always. I've read Whitney, My Love. I've read Miracles. I've read Until You. I've read Almost Heaven. I started Paradise but did not finish it. Her heroes in all of her books, except Kingdom of Dreams, are the worst. Like, literally the actual worst. They're jerks. They treat the women horribly. Her books have so many consent issues. So many consent issues. Just heaps and heaps and heaps of consent issues. No, I thought I was gonna love her books because I read Kingdom of Dreams, and you cannot convince me that book was not ghostwritten, because all her other books are vastly different and horrible. Yeah. Oh my god, I hate being negative. I am so sorry, guys. I promise you, watch any of my other videos and you'll see that I love talking about books that I love. This was just like the opposite of all that. But I've talked enough. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for taking time of your day to spend time with me. It means the world to me. I hope you guys are all staying happy and healthy, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!